Hi guys, I thought I'd make a video on how to import your samples into Logic Pro X. Not so long ago I did a video how to make music like T78, and when I made that video I made myself the kick drum for it. I made it in Punchbox, but what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd throw it up on my website for free. So the link is actually in the description if you want to go and get it. But one of the things is when you get Logic Pro, it's like, how do you put your samples in there? So in this video I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of how you can throw your samples into Logic. So if you put a new template together like this, what I've done here is, this is the kick drum itself here. So depending on what you want to do, you can like drag that and drop it straight in, or what I normally do is if you use this button here, the browser button, you can go through all your folders there and it comes up here. So if I hover over and press it, it then plays the sample itself. So what I want to do is I want to put that into Logic, so I'll grab it and then I'll just throw it in like this. So if we just get rid of this, and whoops, what I'll do is I'll bring this to the beginning, and then we'll just make these bits bigger like this, and also just hover over here and go to snap regions to absolute value. So what that'll do is, when I shorten this to 1 beat, if I move that to the next beat like that, it clips in like that, so it just snaps like that. So that's what you want. And also this will snap to there and to there. I think you can actually change the the automation there, so you can change it all there if you really want to. So then highlight it and then just duplicate it like that, and then if I just set it up there and press play, obviously what we need to do is, first of all, is to make it approximately 128. Okay, just give me 1 second. So then and that's how you import a kick drum into Logic with just an audio, just a drag and drop. What else you can do as well is, if you grab one of these and then bring it down to here, you've got different ways of you can sampling it. So you can put it in a quick sampler like this, and then it brings it up here. So if I just mute that now and then I hit a couple of keys on the keyboard, it goes up in pitch. Now this kick drum, when I made it, was in F sharp, so if I just double check with this and just press play, yeah, it's in F sharp. So what you need to do is, think the root key that you've thrown in here, it thinks it's C. So if I just, now that's right to that, but it's actually F sharp. So you just need to move it up like that to F sharp, and if you press F sharp, that is now in key. So if I go up and down the keyboard, that is actually hitting. So if I press C here, okay, it's a little bit off, but still, you're never going to get it perfect. So then what else you can do is you can go to slice, and then if you put in, say, divisions, so this is 1/8, and it's gone to C2, which is down here. Now this is not normally what you'd do on a kick drum. However, if you've got like a vocal, you can put that on, or you can do equal divisions like that, and it'll chop the vocal up, so then you can make loads of ad-libs with it. So you can do that with it as well. So let's just grab it again and put it in here. So you got Drum Machine Designer, which is a pretty cool thing in Logic, which doesn't really get used that much, but it's basically the same as the sampler, but it's just got all your drums here. So you've got the kick drums here, so if you click on that, it then plays it, and then you can put your filter on like that. So if I do that, it then cuts out all the highs, and then let's add in there we go, open library. So if we want some percussion, go through there. We don't want a kick drum because we've already got one of them. So just something like that, and let me just put the pencil tool on. So if you go in here, go down to where it says the root note, and then you can then draw in. And what you can also do as well is on the actual Drum Machine Designer itself, if you put the MIDI in there, it actually tells you there. So if we get rid of them and just use this instead, there's Mr. Ruthless there, that's the kick, and then that's the percussion that we added in. So you can do that as well. What else you can do is, if you've got your audio in here like this, if you double click like that, we only want one. So if you go to File and then Save a copy of audio file as, and you can say like you save it in there, and you can call it reverse, for example. Let's just move that, and then let's go back in here. I've got one here ready. This isn't where I saved the reverse, but you know, if you organize yourself, you can just change where you want it. So what I'll do is I'll then bring this in like this, and then if we just move it up here like this, and then what we'll do is we'll make it so that it's a bar, and then if you go to more here, you can then click reverse, and you see it's reversed like that. So say if we just take that end kick drum off there and then press play, you know, you got a little reverse kick drum there. Apart from that, maybe you just want to double check your fades in and out there so there's no clipping. Obviously you don't really need it here, but say on like this one that you've imported in, if you highlight them all, you just want to put little fades in and fades out there so there's no clip, like all these little clicks that you can hear sometimes. So if you make that bigger, you can see it there, like that little fade in there. So if you move that like that, you know, and then on the other side as well, you can move it in and out there. And then what else can you do? You can actually, if you want to, if you're just using it as audio, if you hold the option at the bottom, that little thing comes up there, so then you can move it and it will stretch the audio. So maybe you want to put it there like that. So then what you've done is you've basically changed the decay on the kick drum, so it's not as long. So now it sounds like this. Obviously the you know, whether you want to do that or not, that sounds a bit whoops, it sounds a bit shit like that. But if you just yeah, there's a couple of examples with what you can do with that kick drum and pretty much any sample. If you want to import it into Logic. So yeah, so just click the link below and get the sample for free from our website. Let me know what you do with it.